Letterman actually was in New York, Your Honor, at that time.
Were you in New York, Mr. Letterman?
Oh, all right, damn it.
My case is, Your Honor, that Mr. Letterman suffered no actual damages
I have
whatsoever.
photographic evidence right here, by the way.
When were those photographs taken?
These pictures were taken 4/22/86. 4 days after I asked for my truck to be returned. I asked if it could be returned that evening and was told laughingly that it would have to wait till Tuesday. So they could do some of this wonderful body work on it.
Who took these pictures, Mr. Letterman?
I took those pictures.
You didn't take the one of yourself,
Yeah,
did
I'm
you?
just testing the camera.
Does he look like this?
You know, it's a common practice among comedians, Your Honor, to play practical jokes and stunts from time to time. It's almost an internecine thing that comedians do. This is, at worst, is a practical joke, and Mr. Letterman suffered no actual damages whatsoever.
What other damage did you suffer, Mr. Letterman, other than this headlight that you alleged?
I didn't get to use the truck for 4 days. I use it on the weekends. I take it down to San Diego and bring some friends over the border.
There's no proof, Your Honor, that the truck is even in operating condition or actually runs.
I could go on for a long time, gentlemen, and I'm sure you have other evidence to present, but I think I've probably heard enough, so I'm going to take a short recess, and I'll come back and give you my decision.
Thank you. We'll be right back with the judge's decision.
You may be seated, gentlemen. I don't know if you can take this unless you're sitting down. Let me tell you first that by taking the car, Mr. Carson, you did it because it was a nuisance. That's what you're alleging. If it was truly a private nuisance, you can abate the nuisance. If it's on public property, which it was. If it wasn't a nuisance and you abated it using self-help, you're guilty of conversion. If you're guilty of conversion, you're liable for damages.
There you go. Conversion. If I've ever seen a converter, it's this guy.
Mr. Letterman, it's my turn.
I'm sorry. I lost my head. Forgive me.
He's lucky I'm not a comedian. I could have said something. A nuisance is defined as something that is injurious to health, or is indecent, or offensive to the senses, or something that interferes with a comfortable enjoyment of life or property.
All of those.
It's not a very pretty sight. It's not a very pretty truck. But I must agree with Mr. Letterman that it's not a nuisance.
Thank you very much.
It's not a nuisance.
Oh, thank God.
When we say it's
Thank the Lord.
offensive, it has to be offensive to a reasonable person and not just offensive to Johnny Carson. Now, by that I don't suggest, sir, that you're not reasonable. I say it's an objective standard. It's a reasonable man standard. It's not or reasonable woman standard. So you didn't have any right to take the truck. You did. You did it as a practical joke, perhaps as a gag. But the light was damaged, and from the evidence that I've heard, it's probably damaged in your possession. Therefore, I find that you're liable to Mr. Letterman in the sum of $24.95.
$24.95.
Yes. And the steaks go back to Mr. Letterman.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can have the steak.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you very much.